When you feel afraid, take action. Action kills fear. What would your life look like if fear wasn't in the driver's seat? If you stopped letting it dictate your choices, your dreams, your voice? You see, the truth is, most of us live with fear whispering in our ear every single day. You are not ready. You will fail. People will laugh. But here's the secret. Fear never really goes away. The difference between those who stay stuck and those who flourish is this. They learn to act in spite of fear. They adapt a fearless mindset. Hello there, beautiful people. Thank you so much for tuning into Mentium, the podcast that takes you on a journey to unlock the full potential of your mind. My name is Majama. I will be your host and your guide on this adventure into the fascinating realm of mindset, mental fitness, and personal growth. Get ready to unleash the power of your mind with Mentium. Today, we're starting a brand new series that I am really excited about. This series is about transforming how you see fear, how you respond to it, and ultimately, how you can flourish by walking through it instead of letting it hold you back. This is a special series because in October, the Mentium Institute will be launching a brand new course, The Fearless Mindset, where we will dive deep into tools, strategies, and practices to break free from fear and step fully into your power. But before we get there, I want to give you a preview here on this podcast. So let's begin with a simple but powerful truth. You don't conquer fear by eliminating it. You conquer fear by facing it. So let's start by understanding fear. Fear gets a bad reputation, but fear is actually built into us for survival. It's what kept our ancestors alive when they faced lions or danger in the wild. The problem today is that fear shows up in boardrooms, classrooms, and everyday life, not because we're in real danger, but because our brain treats rejection, failure, or embarrassment as life-threatening events. So we procrastinate on launching that business. We stay silent in meetings when we have brilliant ideas. We settle for less than we deserve because fear convinces us that safety is better than growth. But here's what I want you to remember. Fear is not the enemy. It is a signal. It tells you where your growth lies. So, what does it mean to have a fearless mindset? Having a fearless mindset doesn't mean you never feel afraid. It means you feel fear, but don't let it control your life. It's standing up to give that speech even though your hands are shaking. It's applying for that promotion even though you doubt yourself. It's launching that business even though you were not sure how it will turn out. Fearless doesn't mean the absence of fear. It means the mastery of fear. Now, I want to share with you a quick story. When my wife and I started our janitorial business years ago, we had nothing but determination and hard work. But fear was always there. Fear of failing, fear of losing clients, fear of not being good enough in an industry we barely understood. And yet, we made a decision. Instead of letting fear stop us, we let it guide us. Every time we felt fear, we asked, what's the next bold step we need to take? Sometimes that meant hiring employees when we didn't feel ready. Sometimes it meant taking contracts that stretch us beyond our comfort zone. And yes, sometimes it meant failing and learning. But every time we lean into courage, the business grew. That's the fearless mindset in action, using fear as a compass, not a cage. Before I move forward, I want to take a moment to dedicate this episode to my good friend, Jalata Abdo. I met Jalata over 15 years ago, back when I was mentoring him in business. But over the years, the mentee became the mentor. We've shared wisdom back and forth, And something I admired about him is that he's always reminding me of the very lessons I once shared with him. Just last week, when I was going through a rough spot, I met with him at a coffee shop. He looked at me and said, "When you feel afraid, take action. Action kills fear." That hit me because it's exactly what I've been teaching others for years. But in that moment, I needed someone to speak it back into my life. And that's the beauty of friendship and mentorship. It's a two-way street. Jalata reminded me of my own words and challenged me to live them. That's what a fearless mindset is all about. Fear will show up, but if you let action lead, fear loses its grip. So Jalata, my brother, this episode is dedicated to you. Thank you for being a living reminder that courage is contagious and that the wisdom we pour into others often comes back to carry us when we need it most. Thank you, my friend. Now, how do we begin to conquer fear? Here are 3 steps you can start practicing today. Number 1, naming your fear. Fear grows in the dark. Write it down, say it out loud. I am afraid of failing. I am afraid of what people will think. Naming it takes away its power. Number 2, reframe it. Instead of asking, what if I fail? Ask, what if I succeed? Instead of thinking people will laugh, maybe you should think people might be inspired. Number 3, take one small, bold step. Fear shrinks in the face of action. Don't wait for courage to arrive. Courage shows up after you act. Make the call, post the video, apply for the opportunity. How do you flourish beyond fear? Here's the truth. Everything you want, your growth, your success, your dream life is on the other side of fear. You will not flourish by avoiding fear. You will flourish by facing it. You will not flourish by waiting for the perfect condition. You will flourish by moving in imperfect action. The fearless mindset is not about never feeling afraid. It's about no longer letting fear be the loudest voice in your life. Now, here are some reflection questions I want you to think about this week. What fear has holding me back from the life I truly want? How has fear disguised itself as safety in my life? What is one bold step I can take this week to move through fear? My friends, this is the beginning of our Fearless Mindset series. Over the next few episodes, we will dive deeper into silencing the inner critic, taking bold actions, and even learning from fear itself. And remember, in October, the Fearless Mindset course officially launches. If today's episode stirred something in you, get ready, because what's coming will give you the tools and the community to step fully into courage. Thank you for listening. Thank you for growing with Mentium. And remember, your best life doesn't live on the other side of safety. It lives on the other side of fear. Until next time, take care of yourself and your loved ones. I am Majama, and this is Mentium. Peace.